A fella I know went away for 2 nights with his wife, just 2. They came home to water running out from under their front door and across the porch. While they were gone, a single rubber hose behind the washing machine had split, the one that came with the machine, the one nobody ever looks at twice. 2 nights of water, running the whole time, the floors were gone, the drywall was soaked halfway up the wall, and the mold had already started to turn. By the time it was all torn out and rebuilt, the bill ran past $10,000, and his insurance fought him on part of it. And the part that stuck with me is this. The thing that would have stopped every bit of it costs about $10, and it is sitting on a shelf at Walmart right now. A braided steel hose instead of that rubber one. $10 against $10,000. That is the whole reason I sat down to make this. There are about a dozen small, cheap things on the shelves at your Walmart. Nothing fancy, most of them under $15 or $20, and each one stands between you and a repair bill big enough to swallow a month of your income, sometimes a year of it. Nobody stacks these by the front door with a big sign, because there is no money in selling you a $10 part. The money is in the repair you get stuck with after you skip it. I am one of you, over 60, living on what shows up each month, and I have bought most of these for my own house. I checked every price and every repair number myself before I said a word, and where something is more comfort than crisis, I will tell you so you do not waste $1. If you could walk out of that store with only one of these in your hand, I know exactly which one I would give you. I am saving it for last, and if this channel has ever saved you a few bucks, subscribing genuinely helps, and I have packed all of this and a lot more into a little handbook for folks living on a fixed income that I will point you to at the end. Grab a pen and let us get into it. So, number 1, and it is the cheapest thing in this whole video, and the one nearly everybody ignores, your furnace filter. That flat cardboard rectangle that slides into your heating and cooling system. $5 to $30 depending on the size, meant to be swapped out every month or 2. Almost nobody does. They forget it is even there. And a clogged filter is the leading killer of a blower motor, because the motor has to gasp for air and runs itself hot until it burns out. There goes $300 to $900. Let it choke the system long enough and it can freeze the coil and take the compressor down with it, and now you are past $1,000 and climbing toward $3, all from a $5 part nobody changed. Buy the right size, it is printed on the edge of your old one, and skip the priciest allergy grade filter unless somebody in the house truly needs it, because too thick a filter can actually starve an older system for air. Write the size down and grab a few at once. That one just wears out quietly. This next one robs you quietly every single month, and you cannot even hear it happening. Number 2 you will never hear, and that is the danger. A running toilet can send 200 gallons of water a day straight down the drain, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, and past the first day you stop noticing the sound. 6,000 gallons a month, showing up as $30, $40, $70 tacked onto your water bill while you blame the meter. Almost always, it is one of 2 little parts in the tank worn out. The rubber flapper, $5 to $15, or the fill valve, $10 to $25. Both snap in by hand in about 10 minutes. No plumber, no special tools. One trick: take the old flapper to the store with you and match it to your toilet, because a loose fit just keeps the leak running. Fix it once, and you stop mailing the water company a check for nothing. That leak at least turns up on your bill. This next one hides where you never look, and it does not cost you water, it costs you the whole machine. Number 3 is a $2 brush, and it lives behind or underneath your refrigerator. Those coils are how the fridge sheds its heat, and over the years they cake up with dust and pet hair until the thing runs hot, and the compressor grinds itself out years early. I will be straight with you, this one is not about a flood or a fire. It is about squeezing 3 or 4 more years out of a fridge instead of buying a new one before it's time. Unplug it, brush the coils clear twice a year, and you are done. Keeping a machine alive slowly is one thing. Keeping it from getting killed in a single second is another, and that is what number 4 is for. Number 4, and here is the part that fools people. A power strip is not a surge protector. That 6-outlet strip you have had for years just splits one plug into 6. It guards nothing. A real surge protector, $15 to $30, lists a joule rating right on the box, and it stands between a lightning strike or a grid spike and everything plugged into it. Your television, sure, but more to the point, the little control board inside your furnace, your washer, your dryer. That board is the brain of the appliance, and when a surge cooks it, the repair often costs more than the machine is worth. If the box does not give you a joule number and some kind of warranty on what is connected to it, it is an extension cord in a costume. Put the real ones behind your expensive electronics and your furnace. That protects your things. The next two protect the house itself and the people in it, starting with fire. A grease fire on the stove goes from a small scare to a burning kitchen in under a minute. That is the entire case for number 5, a fire extinguisher, $20 to $40, rated for kitchen and electrical fires. Keep one in the kitchen where you can reach it fast, not buried out in the garage, and a second near the bedrooms. Glance at the little pressure gauge on top a couple of times a year, because an extinguisher that has bled down to empty is just a red decoration on the wall, and when the needle drops out of the green, you replace it. $40 against losing everything you own is not a close call. That is the fire you can see coming. There is another one already building in most houses, silent, and it is the one hiding behind the story I opened with. Number 6 is that dryer of yours, or really the vent duct behind it. We all clean the little lint screen. Almost nobody cleans the duct, and the duct is exactly where the fire starts. The National Fire Protection Association is blunt about it. Failure to clean is the leading cause of dryer fires, and there are thousands of them every year. Lint is dry kindling. It packs into the duct, the dryer runs hotter and hotter, forcing air through the clog, and one day it catches. A long, flexible vent brush is $10 to $15, and running it through twice a year clears the fuel right out. Your clothes will dry faster too, which tells you the airflow was choked to begin with. If your dryer has been taking 2 full cycles to dry one load, that is not old age, that is the warning light, so do this one soon. And that $10 guard I promised to save for the end? We are about halfway to it now, and everything from here gets more serious. This danger moves fast. The next one is the opposite, so slow you will not notice until the damage is already finished. Number 7 costs $3 or $4. A tube of tub and tile caulk. Around your shower, your tub, and the base of the toilet, the old caulk cracks and pulls loose, and water starts slipping in behind the tile and down into the wood under your floor, where you cannot see a thing. By the time you feel a soft, spongy spot underfoot, the rot has finished the job, and now it is a subfloor and flooring bill in the thousands. A clean line of fresh silicone keeps the water where it belongs. Get the kind made for kitchen and bath with mildew resistance. Scrape the old stuff out first and let it cure a full day before anyone runs the shower. Slow water is patient, and it wins every time you let it. That is water taking its time. When the temperature drops, water quits being patient and shows up all at once. For anyone who sees a real winter, number 8 is a few dollars of foam pipe insulation. The sleeves that slide right over the pipes in your basement, your crawl space, along the outside walls. A frozen pipe does not just block up, it splits. And a split pipe fills a room faster than you can find the shutoff valve. That repair starts around $200 and runs past 3,000 once it is inside a wall, and that is before the water damage lands on top. While you are at it, the foam covers for your outside spigots are $1 or $2 a piece. Now, if you are somewhere warm where it never truly freezes, skip this one and put the money elsewhere. I would rather you keep it. But if winter comes to your town, sleeve those pipes before the first hard freeze, not during it. That is the water inside your walls. Step outside for a second, because the single most expensive repair in the whole house starts with something as dumb as a clogged gutter. That is number 9, a gutter guard or a simple downspout extender. When your gutters clog or your downspout dumps rain right at the base of the house, that water pools against the foundation, works into the basement, and over the years it cracks the foundation itself. Foundation and basement work is the bill that runs into 5 figures and makes people wonder if they can keep the house at all. A downspout extender, $5 to $15, just carries the water a few feet out and away from the wall, and that is the easy win for nearly everybody. Gutter guards cost more, and they earn their keep mostly if you have a lot of trees dropping leaves in your gutters, though they do keep you off a ladder, which at our age counts for something on its own. Get the water away from the house, and you have protected the priciest thing you own for the price of lunch. All right, the home stretch, the 3 that do the most damage the fastest. And number 10 is the one my whole story started with. Number 10, go look behind your washing machine today. If those hoses are the original black rubber, they are on a countdown. A washer hose sits under full pressure every hour of every day, and when a rubber one lets go, the water just pours until somebody shuts it off, which nobody does at 2 in the morning or on a weekend away. The insurance industry's own numbers put the average washing machine water claim past $5,000, and a failed hose is behind about half of them. A set of braided steel hoses is $10 or $15, and they are built to hold where the rubber gives out. 20 minutes and a pair of pliers. While you are back there, turning the valves off when you travel costs you nothing and adds one more layer of safety. This is the exact swap that would have saved my friend his floors. He just never got around to it. Do not be him. That tank spins in your laundry room. There is a bigger one, holding 40 gallons, sitting dead quiet in a closet or a basement right now. Number 11 is a drip pan with a leak alarm, and picture the reason why. That water heater lets go in the middle of the night. It holds 40, 50 gallons, and when the tank finally rusts through, and every one of them does eventually, it empties all at once across the floor. Water heater failures average around $4,500 in damage. A drip pan under it is $10 to $20. A little battery leak alarm to sit in that pan is another $10. And together, they catch the slow weep that always comes before the burst, with the alarm screaming long before the floor is ruined. Fair warning, sliding a pan under a heater that is already installed sometimes takes a plumber to lift the tank, so the easy time to add one is whenever you replace the heater anyway. But the standalone alarm you can set down there yourself in 30 seconds today. Every one of these water disasters, the washer, the heater, the pipes, the sinks, has one thing in common. There is a $10 something that catches all of them, and it is the one I have been promising you since the very first minute. And finally, number 12, a water leak sensor. Better yet, a little pack of them. This is the one I would put in your hand if you could take home only a single thing today, because it stands watch over almost everything else I just walked you through. It is a small battery puck you set on the floor wherever water might show up, under the water heater, behind the washer, under the kitchen and bathroom sinks, right beside the toilet. The second it feels a drop, it shrieks loud enough to hear across the house, and the Wi-Fi models ping your phone even when you are nowhere near home. At Walmart, A multi-pack from a brand like Givon or Xsense runs about $11 to $13 for several of them, so $1 or $2 a sensor to get warned before a drip becomes the $10,000 nightmare I opened this with. Now, you might be telling yourself, if the worst ever happens, my insurance has me covered. Be careful leaning on that. Insurance pays for the sudden burst, the accident. What it turns down, over and over, is the slow leak you could have caught, the kind it calls a maintenance problem you ignored. That $10 sensor is what turns the slow, denied leak into a 2-minute mop-up. If you take one thing off this entire trip, take the sensors. Here is what I hope sticks with you after all that. The disasters that gut a house, and gut the people our age living in it, almost never come out of nowhere. Every one of these 12 is cheap, not one of them more than a lunch out, and each one stands between you and a bill you cannot afford to eat. It is almost never bad luck. It is some cheap little thing that got skipped, and skipped again, right up until the one day it could not be skipped anymore. If tips like these are the kind of thing you want more of, come see the rest. I have a page set up, and you can reach it 2 ways. The link is right there in the description under this video, or just aim your phone camera at the code on your screen, and it will take you straight there. It is where I keep my book, the Senior Savings Handbook, along with a good deal more of this. Every one of the 12 you just heard is in there, plus 100 more ways folks on a fixed income quietly hang on to what they have earned. It is large print, because I got tired of squinting too. A one-time thing, under $20, with free updates for life, and a 30-day guarantee, so if it does not pay for itself many times over, you send it right back. One copy covers your whole household. That is me, Walt, and it is built from the same notes I use for this channel. So go take a look at that page, then walk into Walmart this week and knock 2 or 3 of these off the list. The version of you who never has to make that phone call to the insurance company will be awfully glad you did.